Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Alexandria Lakes Area Fishing Report. Just caught a chunky largemouth bass. Let me get this one back and we'll get into what we're doing today. What I'm doing today is I'm fishing a jig worm for largemouth bass. It's something that we've talked about a lot in the past. It's a really simple rig. All it is a plastic worm of some style on a small jig head. Now, let's talk about this technique. Let's talk about location. The deep weed line, we've talked about it a lot the last few weeks. It's that area where the shoreline flat comes out and drops off, and weeds grow on that flat, and eventually they stop growing where the sunlight doesn't penetrate. That's the deep weed line. The deep weed line in the summer in the Alexandria Lakes area is a fishing hotspot. Bass, northern pike, walleyes, big panfish, you name it. If it swims, it lives on the deep weed line in the summer. So what I like to do is I like to move down those weed lines, throw in that jig worm. Simple technique. I use a medium or medium heavy spinning rod with braided line. I tie in a fluorocarbon snell, 8-pound tactical line, use an 1/8 or a 3/32 ounce jig head. There's been some on the market for many years. There's getting to be more and more. Some are called net head type rigs, but whatever you want to call it, a jig worm is a small jig head with that plastic worm. The classic curl tail worm in the past was kind of the gold standard, but recently these do-nothing stick baits like the Strike King Zero and the Ocho, those are my favorites. I'll use a 4-inch style or a 5-inch style, and here's the key. I'll move down that weed line, cast that jig worm out, let it settle in. It's got to get down to the bottom. Snap it, let it settle back in. Snap it, let it settle back in. The fish hit it on the drop. You got to fish it slowly. But stay on the move down the weed line. When you find one, lots of times you'll find a bunch. So the deep weed line on a lot of our lakes in the Alexandria area is a great place to find bass, northern pike, walleyes, panfish, and that jig worm, it's a guide's dream because it puts lots of fish in the boat, bass in particular, but those other species as well. If you like fishing walleyes, that bite is still pretty good. Don't expect limits, those easy limits that we had earlier in the summer. But if you fish early and late in the day, use some of the tips we talked about in the past weeks, you can catch some good walleyes still as well. The panfish, they're out on these deep weed lines. If you want, you can use that jig worm, that 4-inch, say that 4-inch Ocho, and you'll catch some big panfish, lots of bass, but maybe go to some of those panfish style jigs if that's really what you're after. But the panfish, they're out on the weed lines as well. So I'm jig worm fishing. It's multi-species time. It's largemouth bass, the Alexandria Lakes area. The fishing's good right now, folks. Get out and enjoy. We'll see you again next week.